What's good? It's your boy Jay. That's me. Oh my God. Oof. AEW Dynamite for November the 1st, 2023 was absolutely awful. This show sucked. Only a couple of segments saved this show, but this show sucked. This show was absolutely pathetic. I'm tired of Tony Khan's crappy announcements. AEW to me seems like they've lost their identity. They don't know what they are anymore. And they're no longer the alternative to WWE, to which now, hopefully, TNA and NWA, those two promotions can be the alternative to WWE. But AEW has become a WWE light. I don't get it. Tony Khan can't book. He has no idea what he's doing. So let's just go ahead and get into the show. So we kicked the show off with Renee Paquette. She's talking to MJF about looking for 3 partners to place Bullet Club Gold tonight for a chance to get his AEW World Heavyweight Championship back. So MJF thanks Renee for bringing that up before mentioning a list of potential partners. He also has Adam Cole on video call. Adam Cole wishes MJF well and says he should consider Samoa Joe's offer. MJF's not so sure. Adam Cole, walking off to go find his partners when Roderick calls out to Adam! Asking if he's sure MJF isn't the devil, because he's pretty sure he is. Adam Cole then ends the video call, and we cut to a look at the devil staring us down. So we're probably going to get the reveal of the devil mask who's behind everything, either at Full Gear or at World's End in December. So we'll probably get it at World's End versus getting it at Full Gear, because that makes sense. Moving on, first match of the night. Oh my God, Orange Cassidy versus Claudia Castagnoli for the AEW International Championship. Orange Cassidy wins via a roll-up. Post-match, Jon Moxley comes out. He attacks Orange Cassidy like crazy, beats the shit out of him. And then Claudio had to pull away Moxley post-match. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Moving on. So MJF is backstage. He knocks at the door of Kenny Omega. He's met by Chris Jericho, who scoffs at him. MJF walks away, where he's confronted by Wardlow, who threatens to take everything away from Max when he least expects it. MJF is mad about needing a new clipboard when he's approached by the Acclaimed, who offer to help him tonight, but their advances are refused, which is great. I'm so tired of the Acclaimed. They were okay, but this oversaturation of this filth that they're trying to do, to put it nicely, I don't like it. Can we not do it anymore, please? Moving on. So, Mox, he addresses the source of his anger with Orange Cassidy. The fact that Orange Cassidy picked up the pieces to win the title back from Rey Fenix when it should have been his match. Jon Moxley promises to do whatever he can to beat Orange Cassidy, looking to Full Gear for the opportunity before walking off. Okay, cool. I'm fine with that. He cut a very, very good promo. That was a fantastic fucking promo he cut. I loved it. That was a real solid promo. And I still don't know if the BCC is heel or babyface. They're probably tweeners, if we're being honest. Next, this leads us into the Elite, which is Hangman Adam Page versus and the Young Bucks face off against the Mogul Embassy, Gates of Agony, and Brian Cage. So the Mogul affiliates win. So that's great. Love it. Love it. So what happened was Swerve comes out in the match and he interrupts from the stage, and then Hangman goes after him. So that's how the Bucks lost, which was great. This makes sense. I know some people are excited about this because the Bucks might turn heel, but they're not. Like, who really cares about the Young Bucks? The Young Bucks suck. Seriously. Get them off of AEW television. They fucking suck. But having Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony win, that's fine. Who cares? Ring of Honor is dead anyway. Moving on. So, we see Hangman Page still going after Swerve. So, backstage staff, they begin to interfere. And then we go to the ring where we see Matt Jackson being angry with the loss of the ROH Tag Team Championships. The 6-man Tag Team Championships. Moving on. So, MJF takes a break from his search to make fun of Darby Allin before being approached by the Acclaimed again. MJF, again, for the second time, turns them down. And this is a recurring theme throughout the night. Moving on. So, Tony Schiavone is in the ring. He's trying to talk to Edge. So, Edge comes out, and Tony wants to ask him about the confrontation from last week involving Sting and Darby. So, Edge gives Tony his props for the things he's done backstage before addressing the question. So, Edge talks about Sting's comment of going way back, saying the two had talked to each other a lot, given their similar injuries and such. So he gives Darby his props before getting to the heart of the matter, whether he's going to team with Sting and Darby at Full Gear. So Christian Cage interrupts. So Christian Cage tells Louisville to shut their mouths while he conducts business. Then Christian Cage continues on by saying to Edge, let him paint a picture. He's saying he's going to retire Sting at Full Gear, whether he likes it or not. And if you haven't noticed, Darby has a gimp arm after what Christian Cage did at Wrestle Dream. Christian Cage says he doesn't have to remind Edge about his neck injuries and would hate to see the stream of his become a nightmare. He'd rather back down from Cage, or Cage is going to snap his neck and leave him in a wheelchair to live the rest of his life undignified. But he sees that this isn't getting through. So Christian Cage then sicks Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne on Edge. So Edge is able to fight him off for a second, and then he succumbs to the numbers game. And then Sting comes out to join the fray. And then Darby comes out as well, and then there's a brawl. And then, while Christian's beating the shit out of Darby, Edge spears Christian Cage. And I'm just like, oh my God, no, they've already touched. They've already ruined it. Why? Why are they ruining it? Why did they have to ruin it? I don't know. But it should be fun. 6-man tag. Edge, Darby, and Sting versus Christian Cage, Nick Wayne, Luchasaurus. Should be fun. Should be fun. But again, you still shouldn't have allowed these two to touch for a while. Like, this is arguably one of your biggest storylines that you have right now, keeping AEW afloat. So I don't know why they ruined it like that. Moving on. So we head backstage. Nigel McGuinness and Tony Khan, they have an important announcement for the fans all over the world. Tickets for next year's AEW All In go on sale a month from now, but fans can sign up for a pre-sale at the link provided below. And I'm just like, how stupid is Tony Khan? How ignorant is Tony Khan? What type of announcement is that? What type of announcement is that? That was a waste of time. You could have done that on social media. You could have announced that via Twitter, via Instagram, their YouTube channel. I have no idea. I have no idea. Tony Khan needs to be removed from AEW. Like, he needs to be completely removed and just focus on funding the promotion, and that's it. No booking, no on-screen character, just none of that. Just be forced to fund AEW, and that is it. Oh my God, this is so fucking stupid. So next we get a pointless match involving Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho versus 2.0, which is Matt Menard and Angela Parker. So Omega and Chris Jericho, they win the match. And then post-match, Don Callis gets on the mic and he calls out his family to challenge him to a street fight between them and his family in 2 weeks. So both Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega accept the offer, but they have a couple of friends who want to join them. Kota Ibushi is the only man that Jericho knows. Kota Ibushi, and the only man that Chris Jericho knows that's bigger than Will Hobbs is Paul White. And at that moment, I wanted to burn my fucking television to the ground. Not just mine, but everybody who had to watch this nonsense. Collectively, we should have burned our televisions to the ground. All of us who watched that. Whether you watched it on your phone, whether you watched it on your laptop, your television, however you watched it, you should have burned whatever device you used to watch this shit. Why the fuck is Paul White, aka Big Show, why the fuck is he on television? Why the fuck is he there? For what? He should have the role of a backstage producer. That is it. That is it. Oh my God, what the fuck? What the fuck? This is so stupid, and this is happening in California in 2 weeks. Like, I don't get it. Paul White's purpose in AEW should just be a backstage producer. The guy can't go. He can barely walk. He can barely fucking walk. This is an absolute disaster. Absolute disaster. I don't care whose idea this was. This sucks. This is awful television. This makes you WWE light to the highest degree. Absolutely pathetic. Moving on. So, Renee Paquette is backstage talking to Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho about the street fight when the Young Bucks, they come in to address Chris Jericho. Because he's hanging around Kenny Omega as of late. So Omega tries to assure them that everything is okay. But the Bucks, they don't want to hear it, and then they storm out. So I'm guessing this is going to cause them to turn heel. It's not going to matter. The Young Bucks, they're stuck as heels, they're stuck as baby faces. Please, just have them be producers, please. We don't need the Young Bucks on our television screens anymore. We just don't. Hangman is okay. Omega is fine. Let's just go with those two guys. Because the Bucks, they definitely suck. Moving on. So, we get Hikaru Shida versus Willow Nightingale for the AEW Women's World Championship. Oh my God. Didn't Abaddon win a Fatal 4-Way on Rampage last week, I believe? And she won on Collision last week as well. I don't know why she went in this spot. I have no fucking idea. But Hikaru Shida wins. And then post-match, Toni Storm comes out. She attacks Hikaru Shida. And then those two, they brawl in the backstage area. And then the lights go out. Julia Hart appears. She stares down Willow. She offers to shake Willow's hand. And then Sky Blue, she comes out and intervene. She stares down Julia Hart. And then Sky Blue looks like she's about to attack Willow, but she doesn't. And she spits blue mist in the face of Julia. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this shit? What is this shit? Like, what does this even prove? What's the story? For real, like, where's this going? Like, is this the antidote to the black mist? Your guess is as good as mine, guys. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Moving on. So, MJF is approached one more time by the Acclaimed, who offer to team with him on two conditions. One, they scissor, and two, MJF wears what's in the bag. MJF looks into the bag and refuses to do it. And then, out of nowhere, Jeff Jarrett and his crew, they show up. And then Max is like, he's probably wanting to flip out, because I would have. I don't know, man. Then Roderick Strong shows up. He calls up Adam to get his feelings on MJF, dismissing him and the Kingdom for tonight. But Adam Cole hangs up, which is funny. So this leads us into the main event. Bullet Club Gold, which is Jay White, Juice Robinson, who sucks, and the Gun Boys, or the Gun Club, Colton and Austin, versus the Acclaimed and MJF. So MJF loses to one Blade Runner for the 1, 2, 3. And I'm just like, this sucks. This absolutely sucks. This was a dumb booking decision. And then MJF was pissed post-match. And then Daddy forced MJF to scissor with everyone. And then that's how we got off the air. And I'm just like, this show was an absolute disaster. The Edge and Christian stuff was good. The MJF and Acclaimed stuff is just god-awful. The Bucks trying to turn heel, that's awful as well. This show just was not good. It just was not good. But what did you guys think? Like, comment below, and subscribe for my videos. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.